After discovering a pair of splintered Imperial cruisers, a small patrol force of opportunistic Necrons board the vessels in search of abandoned curio. However, the stench of the deceased Imperial crew has attracted a vicious Tyranid swarm, now intent on claiming the biomass for itself. Can the Necron force defend their prize against the alien onslaught? Or will the Gorgon swarm prove too bloodthirsty to hold back? Find out here on Mountainside Tabletop!
Hey everyone, welcome to Mountainside Tabletop. I'm Vic, and this is our first game of Big 40k boarding actions. My army is going to be led by a Broodlord who knows Neuroparasite and Poisonous Influence, along with Smite, of course. I've got a squad of warriors, one with a venom cannon and one with exclusively melee weapons. I know that might be kind of stupid, but we're kill team nerds and that's how I had it built, so I'm going to live with it. I've got a squad of Gene Stealers and a squad of Hormigons. I'm giving all of my units all of their possible upgrades, and so I'm coming in right at 500 points on the dot. The enhancement I've picked to give my Broodlord is Wall Climber from the Vashtor book. This is going to make it a little bit harder for Brad to target him down and hopefully keep him on the board for longer. I think I just need to take advantage of my speed, my pretty ridiculous melee, some decent invulns, and try to abuse my synaptic leadership.
And in the new Vashtor book, you got some spicy stratagems you can use. Absolutely.
Gonna make it even harder for you to kill me. So hopefully I can kind of just keep sending waves against the tanky Necrons and whittle you down.
Yeah, we'll see.
So today I'll be running Hive Fleet Gorgon and have replaced my hyper adaptation with Wreathed in Shadow from Feed.
Okay, I know what that means. Honestly, okay, so the little Hormigons, little Hormigons, whatever, I can deal with them. The warriors, they hit hard, but I can deal with them. The Gene Stealers, they're kind of more annoying, but I think given the right circumstances, I can deal with them. The Broodlord, on the other hand, I need to specifically target him down. So the Broodlord is kind of spooking me. My Necron list obviously has no Psyker, so I won't have the chance to try and deny Vic's psychic powers. Unchecked, the Broodlord could just wreck me. So I'm a bit worried about that. I'm going to try and take him down as early as possible. I got some plans, but we'll see what happens. All right, sup y'all, Brad here, and yeah, we're dipping our steps into boarding actions. So I'm running kind of a spicy boarding actions list here. Some of you might recognize that this is basically the elite edition of the 9th edition starter set. Almost exactly, it's just that plus a Chronomancer from Kill Team that I had. So yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have picked this list if I was building a boarding actions list from scratch, but I think it's got some cool stuff in it, and I'm excited to try them out. So overall here, my leader is going to be my Overlord with the Hyperphase Glaive and the Tachyon Arrow. I've got a Chronomancer with the Entropic Lance weapon, and I've also given it the Countertemporal Nanomines Cryptic Arcana. I've got a squad of Scorpec Destroyers with the Plasma Sight to help out. I've got one unit of Necron Warriors with Gauss Reapers, 10 of them. They'll be split up into 2 groups of 5, but they're both exactly the same. And I've also got one Scarab Swarm. I'm going to try running the Novokh Dynastry here. I know they don't look it, but I guess they're, the friendly guys to the Novokhs. Just for some extra punch in the fight phase. And yeah, that's what I'm dealing with here. For my boarding enhancement, I've gone with Nanoweave Phase Shifters on the Overlord. Once per game, I can walk through walls, basically, teleport through walls. And finally, for my command protocols, I've picked the Hungry Void to be the one that's always active.
So, obviously, the thing with Necrons that's always worrisome is that no matter how much I try to kill them, they're just going to keep coming back and taking the hits and moving forward. But the one thing that really terrifies me here is the Overlord with his tachyon arrow. He can basically one-shot anything in the world, and he can even now walk through walls to get there, so...
I can't one-shot your leader. Maximum 6 damage, but...
That's true, but it's definitely something to watch out for, and it'll be easy to kind of overlook an opportunity for you to use it, so gotta keep an eye on that.
Also, you can tell we're kill team nerds. It's Warlord, not leader. My mistake.
Yeah, whatever.
The mission for today's game is going to be Access Junction Primus from the Abaddon book. During the game, you score points for controlling objectives, and at the end of the game, you score points for having killed your opponent's units. The underdog bonus here is 1 extra CP, and today that will be going to me.
All right, so we roll off, and Brad wins and chooses to be the attacker. So we both get a command point and then deploy our armies. I like to put my Broodlord with my Hormagaunts.
And I like to put my Overlord with one of the groups of Necron warriors. Also, I had too many units to put on the board at the start, so my Scarabs are just staying in reserve until a bit later.
All right, next we roll off, I win, and so we head straight on into Tyranids turn 1.
Yeah.
All right, so in the command phase, I'm going to do absolutely nothing, and I'll just move right onto the movement phase. I'm going to spend 1 CP on living rams and move my Hormagaunts up here, opening the door on the way. Then my Broodlord's going to move up to join them. Next, I'm going to move my Tyranid warriors up here towards objective number 2 and begin to secure site. And then finally, my unit of Gene Stealers is going to move up here and then open this door at the end of the movement phase. Nothing happens in the psychic phase because everyone's out of range. Nothing happens in the shooting phase because I'm Tyranids. Nothing happens in the charge, fight, or morale phase, and we move on to Necrons turn 1.
Nice. All right, top of my first turn here, we both get some CP. I'm already 2 ahead, so easy win for the Necrons. Basically just resign right now.
Over.
All right, in my command phase, my Chronomancer is gonna put the Chronometron on himself, and my Overlord is gonna put my Will Be Done on the warriors he's next to. Then in my move phase, I'm gonna move up a bunch of guys. Everyone here is gonna get +1 to their move because of my active command protocol. So my destroyers are gonna move up and petition to open this door at the end of the turn. Then my warriors and my Overlord are all gonna advance. And I have 1 warrior sitting on objective 3, so I'm gonna start the secure site action. Then my Chronomancer is gonna move up and open this door leading to the main room with all the other Necrons. And then I place my Scarabs down there, entering the fray. And I can't really do anything else in any of my other phases, so that's the end of Necrons turn 1. All right, I mean, yeah, we just moved up a bunch of guys.
Great.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
But what we haven't done yet is thanked our patrons.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to the incredible support of all the people over on our Patreon, we're able to keep making these videos and do things like expand into boarding actions and keep living this thing we're doing.
Yeah, we got our 1 HP gangsters and mountain goats. What? Oh yeah, we got our mountain goats! And really, all the support that the Patreon has been giving us has allowed us to, have boarding actions, buy kill teams, continue to spend time on making the videos. So, what does PBS say? Brought to you by viewers like you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the truth.
At the top of Tyranids turn 2, I'm going to activate Predatory Guile as my Synaptic Imperative. This will just give me some extra cover and help me stay alive through Brad's shooting. Then in the command phase, my Broodlord is going to perform Vicious Insights, which will buff my Hormagaunts a little bit if they happen to end up in melee. At the end of the command phase, I'm going to score 5 victory points for controlling an objective. So we'll move on to the movement phase, where first my Hormagaunts are going to spend a CP on living rams again, and open this door and head on to objective number 4. Once again, my Broodlord is going to follow them, but he's going to stay hidden this time, just in case Brad does any speculative shooting. So now my warriors are going to move out, and the 2 that have guns are going to kind of poke around this corner so that they can maybe take a shot in the shooting phase. Then the group of Gene Stealers will move up and open this next door at the end of the movement phase. I'm just going to pass in the psychic phase because I feel like the risk might just outweigh the benefit here.
Don't peril me, bro.
All right, well, in the shooting phase, only my one warrior with a venom cannon can take a shot, but luckily he can see the one Necron that's trying to do secure objective on the objective down there. Luckily, the shot goes through and it brings him down, which is great because it's going to stop Brad from scoring some points.
Wait, I get to roll reanimation protocols?
Yep.
And no, he's dead.
Sucks. In the charge phase, I'm not going to do anything, so that just brings the end of my turn.
All right, start of Necron's turn 2. I'm going to put the Chronometron on the Chronomancer and my will be done on some nearby warriors. Unfortunately, at the end of my command phase, I score 0 points because I'm a big noob and only put one model on the point, and he died, so sucks to suck. So onto my move phase, I'm going to advance with some warriors here. And I'm going to move up with my Chronomancer to maybe get a shot later. And I move up my Overlord just to a little nook in the opposite side of the room. I'm going to advance with my Scarabs. Next up, I'm going to move up my Scorpex and not open this door. It's a tough charge to make it into Vic's Gene Stealers, and I'm not willing to take that risk. So I'm just going to chill behind this closed door. I pass my Psychic phase, and then onto the shooting phase. So my Chronomancer is going to make one shot into Vic's Tyranid warriors. And I'm wounding on 3s. And the shot goes through, and that deals D3 plus 3 damage, meaning I don't even have to roll. One warrior is dead. Then I've got 2 Necron warriors here that can shoot into a couple of Vic's Hormagaunts. So they're hitting on 4s since I advanced. I got 3 hits, re-rolling 1 with a CP. But the CP doesn't do anything. Then, okay, so I'm wounding on 3s. So 3 wounds go through here. 1 is a 6, which means there's too much AP on that one for Vic to save. Then for the other 2, Vic's saving on 6s. And he fails, so I get to kill some Hormas. Nice. Then in the charge phase, I'm going to pass. No fighting for me. And unfortunately, Vic doesn't have to roll morale because all his Hormas are within synaptic link range. Is that the correct verbiage, Tyranids, sir?
I don't know, they're just getting stared at by the Broodlord and they're too scared to run away.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, that's the end of the second battle round. We both got a couple of sneaky shots in. I don't know. I'm feeling good. I got some minis off the board.
Yeah, I mean, that was not a bad round for either of us. I mean, I'm glad that I was able to deny you those 5 points, but you've definitely removed a few more Gribblers than I have, so
yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah, I'm feeling okay so far.
All right, well, at the top of battle round 3, I'm going to activate my Goaded to Slaughter Synaptic Imperative. I'm kind of going all in on this turn to try to do as much damage as I can to the Necrons and just make it so Brad can't really fight back. At the top of my command phase, we both gain a CP, and I'm going to do Vicious Instincts on my Hormas again, and then score the maximum 15 points to bring me up to 20. All right, well, in the move phase, I'm going to move everyone up just to set up some charges for later. And I'm also going to advance my Gene Stealers here. With my 7-inch movement, I'll be able to get this closest one in blocking range of the door, but I would love to be able to move all of them up so that I can stay out of the line of sight of Brad's warriors coming out the middle. So I'm going to roll to advance. Unfortunately, I only roll a 1. I'll spend a CP to re-roll, and I mean, we all know this story. Of course, I rolled another 1. Luckily, I've got 1 here to block the door, but the rest are kind of just sitting out in the wind. In the Psychic phase, my Broodlord is going to smite Brad's Chronomancer. I roll well, it goes off, and I do 2 mortal wounds, which is pretty good. In the shooting phase, I've only got 1 gun left. Gets D3 shots, but I only roll a 1. I take my shot, it hits, but the wound roll whiffs.
My warriors are safe.
And then in the charge phase, my Hormagaunts and Broodlords successfully charge, and then the warriors are going to try to get in there too. Bit of a speculative charge, and they roll Snake Eyes. Feels good. That's 4 1s so far this turn. In the fight phase, I'm going to spend 1 CP on Adrenal Surge for my Hormagaunts, which will add 1 attack for each of them. So that means I have an amazing 32 attacks coming in here to these warriors.
Kill team players would never.
Yeah, as a kill team player, I gotta say, rolling 32 dice at once feels pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. great fight, and it kills 4 of them, which is great. So that unit's only down to 1. But now Brad gets a chance to reanimate.
So looking for 5s.
Come on, dude. Oh, so nothing happens?
Nothing happens, dude. Yeah, you love to see it.
Yeah, you really do, don't you?
You could have had 1,000 hits go through. When you roll reanimation protocols like that, it don't matter. I will say here, for those of you wondering, I did get a reroll here because of my active command protocol.
Yeah, that's brutal. But, you know, when you're playing against Necrons, you just expect these things.
Yep.
All right, so next, my Broodlord is going to fight the Chronomancer, and he just absolutely tears him to shreds. And then Brad spends some command points on resurrection protocols, and he comes back again. So that's 2 great fights that did nothing. All right, next, Brad will fight back with his warriors into the Hormagaunts. I'm going to spend a CP on Acid Blood here, so I can hopefully do some damage if he brings one down. He does enough to kill one of the Hormas, and the Acid Blood does nothing, so feels good.
All right, top of my command phase, I'm gonna do my Will Be Done and Chronometron again. Then with Living Metal, my Chronomancer goes up to 3 HP. And then at the end of my command phase, I score just a measly 5 points just for controlling 1 objective. Sucks to suck. In my move phase, one of my groups of warriors falls back, and then everybody else just repositions a little bit. Spicily, the Overlord is going to use his enhancement and teleport through the walls.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I'm going to snipe you from behind you. You're about to get shot in the back by Buford Mad Dog Tannen.
Shot in the back by Buford Tannen over a matter of $80? What kind of a future do you call that?
Yeah, also, the Scarabs here petition to open a door, and at the end of the phase, they open it. And then same with the Scorpex, but because there's 1 Gene Stealer there, we have to roll off. The strength of the Scorpex is 1 higher than that of the Gene Stealers, so we roll off, and I can open the door. Alright, first up in my shooting phase, my Necron Warriors are going to shoot into some Hormas. Decent roll, and I kill a bunch of Horms. Then I got 1 shot with my Chronomancer, and I kill 1 more Horm.
Crucially, that unit is now below half strength.
Cool. Cool story, bro. And then finally, in my shooting phase, this Broodlord is about to get shot in the back over a matter of $80. I'm going to use a CP here from a shiny new stratagem to basically ignore your info. So I'm going to be hitting on 2s here.
3s.
Wait, why 3s?
Wall climber.
Dude, I forgot about Wall Climber.
Oh, man.
Brutal. Well, anyway, I only need 3s here, so easy. It's entirely possible.
Right.
It just sucks. Okay, ready?
Yep. Oh.
Rerolling.
Okay, come on. Come on! Oh, yes!
Damn, dude. So my plan basically was to soften him up with this big money shot, charge in, and then finish him off with a fight. But dice do be dice.
Dice really do be dice.
All right, so that sucks. Next up, I guess, in my charge phase, like I said, I was planning on charging the leader, but I didn't whittle him down at all. So I guess I'll charge the warriors, and then fight time. My Overlord here is going to fight the warriors, and I do kill 1. Then my Scorpex fight the Gene Stealers.
After the Gene Stealers fight them first.
Wait, what?
It's not kill team.
Oh no, dude. I opened the door and I didn't charge. Brutal. Okay, so the Gene Stealers fight my Scorpex. Okay, so 2 get obliterated here. 2 Scorpex get obliterated, but I get 1 reroll with my reanimation protocols because of my active command protocol, and I'm also going to use 1 CP on rapid reanimation here, which means I'm going to be looking for 4s instead of 5-ups. So I'm rolling 6 dice. I need 3 4-ups, and I do get 1 reroll. Dude, the dice are against me.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's unbelievable.
Dice do be dice.
Yeah.
Can we make shirts of dice do be dice?
Yeah.
That's brutal. I can't even fight back with the Scorpex because the 1 guy that's left is too far away. Disgusting. I guess to finish out the fight phase, your Tyranid warriors get to fight my Overlord. Luckily for me, though, no damage goes through.
Yeah.
Then all my leadership characteristics are super high. They're so high that I'm not gonna have to roll any leadership. So then I'm done. So this turning point was really bad for me.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't great for me either at the beginning, but then it was so much better than yours.
Yeah, my Scorpex got wrecked. My Tachyon arrow blew up in my face. The only saving grace was that my warriors had a sick reanimation roll, I guess.
And yeah, you killed a bunch of Hormas. I was expecting to kill 2 whole units this turn and didn't do any, so I think we are both coming out of this a little bit unhappy, but boy, am I glad to have survived that Tachyon arrow. All right, well, obviously we're playing a new game here today, so there's probably going to be a bunch of people that have never watched this channel before. And so, first of all, welcome. This is Mountainside Tabletop, and this is what we do.
Yeah, and also we probably made a bunch of mistakes, so be sure to let us know in the comments everything we messed up.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've focused on smaller game modes in the past, but it's exciting to kind of branch out into some larger stuff, especially with 10th edition on the horizon. So I'm Vic, he's Brad, and thanks for joining us.
Yep.
All right, top of Tyranids turn 4, and it's feeling like now or never. Unfortunately, I'm all out of synapse units, so I can't do any imperatives this turn, but I'm going to play Vicious Insights on the Gene Stealers to help them in combat, which they'll probably end up needing. And then my Gene Stealers are going to set up their infestation node.
Look at that node.
Look at that node. Then at the end of the command phase, I score 15 more victory points, bringing my total up to 35 for the game so far. In the movement phase, my Hormagaunts are going to retreat over to Objective 4 and start to secure the site, and my Broodlord is going to position so that he can auto-charge the Overlord later. My Warrior is going to fall back to his home objective and hide behind this wall a little bit, and the Gene Stealers are just going to close this door and try to stay alive. All right, in the Psychic phase, I'm going to smite the Overlord. It just goes off with a 5 and does a big money 3 mortal wounds. That's huge.
Oof.
Unfortunately, because my only gun fell back, I don't have any shots, so I'm going to move on to the charge phase. Only have 1 charge I want to do here. I'm 2 inches away, so I don't even have to roll it, and so we'll move on to the Broodlord fighting the Overlord. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll one of these hits. Luckily, it goes through, does a ton of wounds, and brings him down.
Yeah, I'm super dead. However, I got 2 CP to spare, and I'm going to use that for Resurrection Protocols once again. I used it once on the Chronomancer, but I have not used it on the Overlord, so I'm looking for a 4-up here.
Keep looking.
Yeah.
Still looking.
I think dice do be dice is the motto of this game for me.
In the morale phase, none of us have to roll, and we move on to Necron turn 4.
Okay, I'm in a bad spot here. I'm gonna put the Chronometron on the Chronomancer, just gonna buff himself, I guess. And then with Living Metal, the Chronomancer's back up to full HP. Full HP, gang? Then I gain a crap garbage amount of points, and I'm up to 10 points. So then next up, movement. Both squads of warriors are going to advance up to the middle. I don't roll great. I would have loved a bit of a better advance, but it is what it is. My Chronomancer is going to move up slightly and position himself to shoot Vic's warrior. The Scarabs are going to move up and get ready to open this door leading to the Gene Stealers. Next up, I move my Scorpex, but don't open the door as to not get within engagement range because that would make the Gene Stealers unshootable. So onto the shooting phase. My Chronomancer is going to shoot 1 shot at this warrior. I whiff the hit roll, but I'm going to spend my last CP to try and re-roll it. And I re-roll a miss into a miss. How many CP have I spent to do nothing this game?
Yeah,
so many times. Okay, then these warriors over here. I can get some shots in on the Gene Stealers. 4 wounds go through, and the Gene Stealers end up saving 3, so I get 1 dead. I get him dead. Then these other warriors over on the other side of the board, there's a few over here that are going to shoot into the Broodlord. 2 wounds end up going through. Vic saves 1 with his 4-up invuln. And yeah, the Broodlord's down 1 HP to 6 HP. Whoa.
Yeah.
Aren't you scared?
I might resign, yo.
Yeah. All right, next up, I'm going to charge. So my Scarabs need a 3. They get it. My warriors are gonna, YOLO here. I'm grasping at straws. My warriors are gonna charge into the Gene Stealers just to get up on the objective and try and remove some Gene bodies. I need an 8 though, but I do get it. These other warriors are gonna charge into the Broodlord. They get a 6 even though I didn't need it. And then the Chronomancer is going to try and charge into the Broodlord as well. He needs a 7 and he fails.
Honestly, he's lucky he failed.
Yeah. All right, fight phase, Scarabs are going first. I'm fighting the Gene Stealers and hitting on 4s. Absolutely disgustingly bad hit rolls. But 6s auto wound with these guys. So 3 wounds go through, but Vic only saves 1 with his 4-up invulns and 2 more Gene Stealers die.
All right, now I'm going to spend 2 CP for counter-offensive so that my Gene Stealers can fight these warriors and try to weaken them before the warriors kill them. So I get 8 attacks here, hitting on 3s. Goes pretty well with all that AP, and it brings a couple of them down, so it's going to make it a lot easier to survive the upcoming warrior attack.
All right, well, that is now. Warrior attack is now. Their fighting sucks, though, and unsurprisingly, they get no kills. These other warriors are going to fight Vic's Broodlord, and also, unsurprisingly, deal no damage. And then Vic counterattacks, and his Broodlord wipes out these 4 remaining warriors.
Yeah, that was a big fight.
Yeah, the whole unit's gone. I can't even do reanimation protocols. I kind of knew that was going to happen. I was just, hoping for something crazy. Didn't get it.
So now my Gene Stealers are going to have to take a morale check here. Luckily, they pass it, and that's huge because I could still control this objective with a good infestation roll in my next command phase.
It's looking bad for me, Vic.
Yeah, not great. I won't lie to you, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can do much here. I think I've pretty much already lost, but I'll let you have the opportunity to misplay, I guess.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so Tyranids turn 5, I suppose.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got in the bank.
Yeah. Let's see if I can play
toolbox.
Let's see if I can play bad enough for you to win. All right, top of Tyranids turn 5, and in the command phase, I'm only going to score a few points from controlling a couple objectives, and then I'm going to skip right to the movement phase. First thing I'm going to do is move these Hormagaunts and close the door behind me, and I think with that, the game is going to be over.
Yeah, the thing here is I'm so behind, I need to table Victor to be able to have any chance at winning, and there's no way that I can get to these Hormas. So I can't table Victor, I can't score enough points, and that's a victory for the Tyranids.
Yeah, what a game. I mean, I think, imagine if you had killed my Broodlord with that attack.
It would have been a different game.
Yeah.
Certainly, though, I don't want to blame my loss just on dice.
Yeah, it could have gone either way, honestly.
Yeah, misplayed with my score packs, made some stupid decisions, but yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Totally, and you know what, as an introduction to boarding actions, I had a great time. I really enjoy the format, and I'm looking forward to playing some more.
So thanks for sticking around, everybody.
If you're new to the channel, thanks for hanging out till the end, and if you like what we do, hit the subscribe button and drop us a like, and stay tuned for more.
Yep. Peace, y'all.